There's an ancient philosophy that guides every single successful person without fail. This philosophy is what I use to transform my mindset to make my first $1 million through e-commerce, eventually doing over $500 million as a CEO and becoming the youngest ever judge on Shark Tank. Now, I'm not telling you all of this stuff to sound impressive and brag. I'm sharing this with you because without these core concepts, none of it would have been possible. These 7 key Stoic principles became the cornerstone of my success, as it has for so many other entrepreneurs that have developed an amazing mental framework. I'm going to show you how to adopt these powerful principles to create a $1 million mindset to help you make your first $1 million. So number 1, perseverance and resilience. My journey with Stoicism began when I found myself sitting in my hotel room in London. My weighted blanket business had just done over $10 million in its first year, and I finally thought I had made it. Every single cent I owned was in inventory, sitting at a warehouse ready to be shipped. Then I opened up my email. It was an email from the Therapeutics Goods Association. It said I was basically breaking the law. I was shocked because I wasn't doing anything different that the rest of the industry wasn't doing. I was just doing way more of it and getting way more success. They demanded that I pulled all my advertising and change my entire website, or I was going to be sued and shut down. I pulled all of my ads, changed all of my marketing, and my sales went from tens of thousands of dollars a day to less than $2,000. My mind instantly went to all of those common thoughts that we've all had. I knew this was going to happen. It was too good to be true. I'm never going to bounce back from this. Rather than stay calm and solve the issue and let my emotions dictate what I was going to do, I became reactive and I basically froze up. I tried calling people to talk about the issue. I tried meditating. Nothing seemed to kick me back into gear until I found a book on the Stoics that taught me the following lessons. While it was definitely on me to learn the laws around marketing calming blankets, unfortunately I didn't, which makes the event somewhat of an external event. Something happened to me and there was nothing I could do to go back in time and fix it. The Stoics believe external events are outside of your control, but what you can control is your reaction. An entrepreneur is basically someone who is jumping off a cliff and assembling an airplane or a parachute on the way down. There's just always going to be unexpected challenges, and it's easy to get discouraged. But the Stoics emphasize the importance of resilience, which is the key to bouncing back from failure. It allows you to continue trying despite setbacks and persevere towards your goal. Many people don't realize this when starting out, but experience and money actually don't matter that much. What matters is your mindset and your ability to persevere when things don't go as anticipated. It's about maintaining composure under pressure and making sound decisions even in the face of doubt. Without this composure and caving into emotion, we make worse decisions. Navy SEALs are put through a brutal week of training, not to see how strong their bodies are, but to see how strong their minds are. They try to make people quit, knowing that resilience and being able to act under pressure is key to their success. Number 2, viewing setbacks as opportunities. This is probably the most important learning I got from the Stoics. The one thing that got me through this period when I was sitting in my hotel room in London was not all of these people that I called, but it was actually a book. It's called The Obstacle is the Way by Ryan Holiday. It covers the concept that failing successfully is the path to wealth. In the moment when I got that letter, I thought my business was going to go bankrupt and I couldn't see the future. Since then, in that experience, I have had to learn so much about compliance, which I've used in all of my future successful businesses. In the moment, losing over $20,000 a day in sales felt like I'd lost everything. But realistically, it ended up making me more money. Now we do over $1 million of sales in a day. And that's because a lot of these hardship lessons have created opportunities and learnings for me. As Marcus Aurelius said, the impediment to action advances action. What stands in the way becomes the way. Your failure is the roadmap to your success. The Stoics teach us that challenge and setbacks are inevitable in business. So instead of being discouraged, view these as challenges and opportunities for growth, because every setback will make you stronger. Number 3, adaptability. Adaptability is super important in business, especially the business world is constantly changing. People's wants and needs evolve, new businesses appear, and just so many things change. You're dealing with people. So finding ways to stay ahead is crucial. New tech can just destroy your business overnight. By creating a really strict mental framework about people and how the world should actually work, we suddenly have created a very unrealistic expectation, which can lead to us being disappointed and also discouraged. Plus, being in business means making decisions, loads of them, which also means loads of opportunities to make mistakes. but mistakes can be transformative if we choose to learn from them. You want to be like water, flowing with whatever external event is thrown your way. Number 4, self-reflection. Self-reflection is the cornerstone of Stoicism. Ancient Greek philosopher Socrates famously said the unexamined life is not worth living. Although Socrates wasn't a Stoic philosopher, the Stoics admired him. They saw him as a role model for the emphasis on reason, living a virtuous life, and facing challenges with courage. Stoicism was built on a lot of these ideologies from people like Socrates. The truth is, in life we can have anything we want, but not everything we want. Often people follow what their parents told us to do or their teachers say that we're good at. They study at university and join the rat race, working 9 to 5 in a job that just doesn't bring them happiness. The painter becomes the accountant. The inventor becomes a hedge fund manager. Self-reflection allows us to constantly reflect on whether our actions are aligned with our values and our virtues. If I had to define just one factor that made me who I am today and made me successful, is having the self-belief to actually back myself. Because people grossly misunderestimate how much our past experiences affect what we think and do on a day-to-day basis. People are told to play it safe. And after failing a few businesses, I started to believe I'm just too dumb for businesses. Through mindful self-reflection, I came to the conclusion that the pursuit is what gave me joy. And I was constantly improving. Without this self-reflection, I never would have started my 7th business. So if you feel negative, think about the Stoics and journal. Ask yourself why, and is this worth it? Ask yourself why you're feeling like you are. Before we get to number 5, don't forget to like and subscribe if you like these type of videos. Number 5, integrity. Integrity means acting with honesty and strong moral principles. In business, maintaining integrity builds trust, credibility with customers and employees. It's about doing the right thing even when nobody is watching. By staying really true to the values of the company, you can build massive amounts of trust with your customers. For example, we've had numerous situations where the Woody has made massive mistakes and we've had to refund hundreds of thousands of dollars. Lots of brands in this situation would find a way to manipulate the customer, but we've always decided that the customer is more important. And because of that, we've been able to build a big brand. Number 6, finding your passion beyond the money. If you want to succeed in anything you do, you need to find passion and purpose in your work. It can't just be about the money. The Stoics believed in aligning your actions and business goals with the values and finding deeper purpose in your work. When you're passionate about what you do, it fuels your drive and helps you overcome hurdles. Unfortunately, people mistake money as the answer to all their problems. We've all been there. Buying the new car, getting a big new raise, and feeling super happy. It just to completely fade in a few months. This is because what we felt in that moment where we got that raise was peace. We were at the top of the mountain until suddenly we look across the valley and we see another mountain that we decide to climb. Passion and achievement is what makes us human, but we all default to money being the most important part of that equation, and it's just not. Naval famously said, "The fewer desires I can have, the more I can focus on one of them." Nothing could be more true, especially when it comes to passion. Reflect on what really makes you happy and pursue that. For me, this learning came when I bought my first house. I walked onto my balcony and looked at the ocean just rolling in, and it was exactly what I pictured 5 years ago. It had finally come true. But I instantly started thinking about buying another holiday house and all of the hard work that I needed to do to achieve that. Things that I hated. I quickly dropped that desire along with a bunch of other businesses and people in my life that I suffered because I was pursuing money. This brings me to the final powerful Stoic lesson that I want to share with you. The art of maintaining emotional equilibrium and detachment. There has been no book that has messed me up in a good way than Spiritual Enlightenment, The Damnedest Thing by Jed McKenna. It forced me to completely detach from the term good and bad. Even the term right and wrong became completely subjective and trivial for me. It even made me reflect of how much power I gave other people in my life with my own happiness. They had the power to make me unhappy. It made me realize that things were never as good or bad as they seem. You have the power just over your mind to completely detach. And once you realize this, it makes it easier to observe the way the world works without negative emotion. Embrace all of these Stoic principles and you'll make your first $1 million in no time. If you liked today's video, don't forget to like and subscribe. Thanks.